Action.
Good morning, Jay. How are you?
Very well, thanks, and yourself?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Feeling a bit, heavier than usual.
Well, that happens when you go overseas. How was the trip?
It was all right, mate. Right. I went to Dusseldorf in Germany. It was freezing, but they do have amazing Christmas markets. We are doing today Butter Chicken Masala.
The famous butter chicken. You
Wow.
cannot have an Indian cooking show without doing a butter chicken.
You know what? I've been doing these cooking classes and everybody wants to do butter chicken. And so I've been doing it for a while now, and I thought I'd share it with everyone on our channel. The thing is, I'm going to do more of an express version, a quicker version. It's not a restaurant-y version. It's something that anybody could do at home. I'd say within 40 minutes, 45 minutes from start to finish. So, are you ready?
I'm 100% ready.
Okay, let's have a look at the ingredients we're going to start with here. First, we have some chicken. Now, I've got chicken breast here. You can use chicken thighs as well, boneless. Free range is the best for me anyway, personally, and I've got it from Woolworths in South Africa. They do an amazing range of chicken. Now, you can have breast. Some people like that because you can cook it down a bit more. Some people think if they use breast, it can get tough, but trust me on this. We've got a technique to tenderize the chicken so it stays moist and juicy throughout the cooking process.
How many grams of chicken are sitting there right now?
Here we've got about 800 grams. It'll cook for about 4 people,
Okay.
or 2 of you.
Yeah,
two J's or 4 regular people.
I'm pretty sure I can get through that myself.
Yeah, you probably will, but then I know my mother-in-law's here. She's gonna have some of that. Amaya's gonna have some of that. So now let's come. So we have here, this is pure Butter Ghee.
Okay.
Very rich. Got a bit of just salted butter because it gives a bit more flavor. So ginger paste that I've blitzed in my blender. And I've got some garlic as well. Can you see it's gone green?
I can see it's gone green. Is that just normal garlic?
Yes. See what happens with garlic sometimes? It oxidizes. It reacts with the water. So when you wash it. So when you make it into a paste, it can go green. Even if you put oil on top, it's fine. You can use that. You can freeze it for a while. You can keep it in the fridge with a bit of oil on top for a few days or even a week if you've got a really good fridge. And same with the ginger, a bit of oil on top, and you can keep that for a while. Then we have our usual salt. Now we have here a special herb that goes into this dish. So this is called fenugreek or Kasuri Methi, dried methi. It's like a fenugreek, not a Greek, but fenugreek. A little bit of fresh coriander, green chilies. You don't have to put them in, but I like a little bit of piquancy. Piquancy, you hear that? It's a new word I found.
What does that mean?
It means a little spicy.
Oh yeah.
With the chili. Then we have some raw cashew nuts. So there's no salt or anything on that. I've soaked them for about 10-15 minutes, I think now. You can soak them minimum 10 minutes. And we soak that because it absorbs the water and it's going to be easier to crush. Okay, now we have our usual spices here, whole spices we're all going to use. Now today, red onions or purple onions as I would call. But you can use any onions. I like the red ones, they give a bit more sweetness. Some people find them strong, I find them mild personally, but it gives a nice flavor. If you go to India, most of the onions are this color and they're really tiny, power-packed onions. And then we have almost about 800 grams to kilo of tomatoes. Now these are fairly ripe tomatoes, let me see. So this is a good way to use up any old tomatoes you have. And I've been ripening, I just leave them out. Never put your tomatoes in the fridge. And that's where you get an amazing flavor, amazing sweetness to that. So let us start. Firstly, we are going to marinate the chicken. So we've got some garlic and ginger. So start with the ginger.
Starting with the ginger? How much ginger are we putting?
Just a teaspoon and a half there. Then we've got the garlic, about a teaspoon here. So just a little bit, so that's about a teaspoon and a half there. Okay, now we have some salt. Now we've got a bit of spices here, have a look. Turmeric, just about a quarter of a teaspoon here. So we're not going to overspice this. A bit of Kashmiri chilli. So remember we talked about Kashmiri chilli, which is the milder chili. And it gives a nice vibrant red color. And it doesn't add too much piquancy and heat. Yeah, it's not too hot basically. So we've got a bit of cumin, some coriander, garam masala, And we use only a tiny smidgen of black pepper. Have a look.
Why just a little bit?
Because it can overpower black pepper. So we just want to, you see that? I'm just going to give it a nice, so let's just get that all mixed in. So now, you see that? We're going to set this aside while we get the sauce ready. Now to start with, so you know I love chopping.
I do. And you have to do the joke.
What joke? Ah! That joke, is it? Now, 2 medium size. As we've mentioned before, onions are one of the most important part of most subcontinental cuisine, whereas India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, there's a lot of onions involved. So if there are no onions in India or Bangladesh or Pakistan, there's riots. Google it. You'll see. There has been riots before when the price of onions go up. So it's a big commodity in the subcontinent because a lot of the dishes are cooked with onions, everything, apart from, as I said before, Jains, I think, and there are a few other people, but there you are. So now we're just going to put the heat up on here. I'm going to put some ghee, let that melt.
How much ghee are you putting in?
I'm going to put about, let me see, let's say about
what's the measurement?
Tablespoon ghee, which you can use at a higher temperature. If you use butter at a higher temperature, you get a beurre noisette, which is the butter solids start browning, a nut brown, and it's a nice flavor in steaks. So I love it, you know. But you can't cook on a high temperature like curries and. Okay, now here we're gonna add some whole spices here. So I've got a couple of cardamom.
Just 2.
2, just 2. We don't want to overpower. It's a delicate dish. 3 cloves. We've got 1 black cardamom. It gives a more smoky flavor to this. Got just a tiny bit of Indian bayleaf, tej patha. It's different from European bayleaf. It's not as soapy in my opinion, but that's my opinion. This is Cassia bark, Indian cinnamon or Chinese cinnamon, I think they call it in the Indian shop. So just a few, like a couple of inches of that. A little tiny pinch of cumin. That's what we want. Just want them to fizzle a little bit. That's, you know, it's infusing the oil with some delicate whole spices. Now, you can take these out if you wanted to, but we're going to blend this sauce anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now we got straight with the onions. That's what you want. Look at that. Just give that a stir. And have you seen, I've used a heavy based pan here because we're going to cook this sauce at sort of medium heat. So we're going to add a bit of salt. There you are. So that actually draws out the moisture. The longer you cook them, they get soft, they get sweet. We are taking to a light golden. Got a luxury mouthfeel to it. Luxury mouthfeel. I'm going to just add 1 chili here. These are very mild chilies actually. It's got a little bit of zing to it. So I'm just going to put the 1 in.
Did you slit it or?
I just slit that. So now, just a very heaped teaspoon of ginger, a heaped teaspoon of garlic. Yeah, and this one. So now the sugars are releasing and the water's released. That's why if you use bigger onions, there's more water, you see. In the meantime, we're just going to chop some tomatoes. So let's get these all here. Because we're going to break them down and then we're going to blend them into a nice smooth sauce. So they're not have to be nice and neat. And we're going to keep the skins on as well because, as I said, we're breaking it down into a smooth sauce. It's a bit of a posh sauce. A lot of restaurants, a lot of curries, we don't do that. But this one, I've decided, yes. Let's just roughly chop this. Look. So you don't have to be so nice and like that. As you can see, look, we just roughly. And that's quite a lot of tomatoes, but they will break down. So a bit of turmeric, a teaspoon. This is a mild dish, so it's not over spiced on this. And then we have cumin, teaspoon. Garam masala, about half a teaspoon, because we already the whole spices in there. Coriander powder, just less than a teaspoon. And a bit of Kashmiri chilli, about half a teaspoon, because there's so much tomatoes. So that will balance out the chili powder there. colors change it completely. Wow, look at that. Can you hear that sizzle there? That's just from the water deglazing slightly. Now we add the cashew nuts with the water. So we're just gonna add that in. And what we add is a touch of fenugreek. So this. We'll add some more in a bit, but this is just the first stage. Look at that.
Where do you get this from?
I've just got it from my local Indian grocers. In Pretoria, I go to Laudium. There you are. So now, that's on high heat. There. That's cooking away. So I'm just add a little bit of water to help break it down a bit. Just a tiny bit. Look, you see, it's not covering the whole thing. So I'm going to move this off onto the other cooker here. I'm just going to put the lid on now, so it helps breaking. Then it becomes a pressure, like a pressure cooker, the vacuum on there. So now we have got the chicken which has been marinated. So you want this quite hot oil. So this is just vegetable oil. Yes. We want it very hot because we're going to flash cook this. We're not going to cook it all the way through because otherwise it overcooks. So we're just giving it a quick. And don't put too many pieces of chicken in the pan because what that does, it brings the temperature down of the oil and then it starts stewing. So look at that already, it's browning. Already getting a nice brown on there. It's got a bit of color to it. So please do not eat this because it is raw until we cook it again. Oh, this is breaking down nicely. It's done. Different lenses. You see, there's a lot of chicken here, and because I did it this way, flash fried, it's going to stay tender inside. So now let's have a look at this tomato sauce. Oh my gosh, look at it, look at it, look close. See, that's, you know what I said about mush? There.
Is that the mush you want?
Yeah, look, because when you do this, it breaks, look. We mushed it and the skins are separating, and what happens is the color is all in the skin. That's why they dry the tomato skins. Okay. And they crush it up, and that's use a natural color. You know that. So I have a trusty. I got power. So let's just quickly blend this. Look, we're just gonna blend it, and that's why we soften the cashews so they become really soft. You can have this as a soup on its own. Just a little bit of seasoning. So it's like a tomato soup with a lot of spice to it. Oh, okay. It is. Now, I'm going to add a bit of more flavor to
more ghee.
A little bit of ghee, just a tiny bit now. So there's the ghee. It's just coming to a warm. Can you see? It's just going to sort of melt. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to coat. Yes, I know it's been pan fried, and I know it has a little oil, etc. But no, you need to have this flavor. Welcome to Flavor Town. Who says that anyway? Welcome to Flavor. Oh God, no, don't welcome to Flavor Town. Welcome to Life is Spice. That's it. Okay. So we're just going to quickly look at that. This is just adding a little flavor. We're not letting the level of flavor to this. So it's on full high heat now. Give it a quick stir fry. A little bit more fenugreek here.
More fenugreek?
Yeah, now this is one of the main important parts of butter chicken. Fenugreek, traditional butter chicken.
Mixing it all up?
Yeah, and you see the color changing already because of the ghee.
The butter chicken smell better.
Now it's on full heat, so I'm putting it on medium heat now. So what we're doing now, we're just basically going to cook that chicken through. That chicken flavor is going to incorporate into the sauce and vice versa. The chicken is going to take the sauce flavor on. So look at that. We add a bit of butter.
Butter chicken.
Yeah, because it's butter ghee. Remember the ghee is butter.
Why do they call it ghee chicken?
Because it's made with butter as well at the end. So,
I feel like there are a lot of other ingredients in here that could have taken the title.
tomato chicken, tomato
I
with
feel like
butter.
like it's just, it's not really
So
all
the-
of the...
well, yes, but usually we don't cook that much butter in a lot of Indian food, you see. Apart from the Punjabis.
Okay.
So that was, I'd say, about 75 to 100 grams of butter.
See, cream chicken. There could have been
Nice
cream
bit of
chicken.
cream. Just a little bit of malai. And now the changes are getting to your butter chicken. Look at that. Is that what you're used to? This is the color. Look at that.
It smells amazing.
Fine coriander there. Just a little bit.
Okay.
This is just a little bit for the flavor there. We are going to have a little taste of this now. Need a bit more salt. Bit more of this.
Tomorrow soak up the salt.
Yeah, they take. Can you see now, like, there's a bit of butter coming through? See, that's how you sort of know it's almost ready. So I put it on a minute. It's a very slow heat. See that gloss? You need that butter to have that gloss on that. Otherwise, it's just a tomato soup. Have a look at this. Come on. Looks, that's done. Look at that. Beauty. So we're just going to serve it a little bit up.
Oh, and a nice clean white plate. 10
You
points for
know.
presentation.
Oh, thank you very much.
So what would you serve us with traditionally?
This,
Rice, naan?
traditionally with rice or naan breads, yeah. And if you want to be healthy, I've got some rotis. So, you can do that as well. But it all depends on you.
I like what you said about putting that sauce over toast though.
Yeah, you can do this now. So now, let me just finish this off. Just a little bit of cream because why not? You can add a bit of nuts and stuff on it if you want to as well. And as I said, this is just a simple version. There's so many other versions out there. So it's up to you. There you have it.
So that is Life Spices famous butter chicken.
Easy butter chicken.
So with the cooking classes that you do, Naz, was this a predominant meal?
This is one that's been very popular. Let me try this because, let me see how this, because, oh, look how, let me get a piece of that. Now this is what people have been eating, well, cooking at the cooking classes themselves. Not me, they've been cooking it themselves. And it's been the most popular for the recipe. So there is a recipe on the website and I'm sure Jay will put a link somewhere. Is that right, Jay?
I will have links everywhere.
Oh, mate, this, you want some?
I definitely do.
Come.
Can I put this camera down?
Yeah. See you later. Enjoy. Bye.